Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. It is Saturday, hockey talk. Also, the game preview for Montreal at LA, game number 21. So we're already a quarter of the way through the season, which is kind of important, which we're going to talk about in my news segment. So I'm going to do some news. I've got the preview for the game. That's the lineups. That is the stats for the game, and also the guess the score contest, guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. And you can pick that guy from either team. And if you're the first one in the chat here with that guess, then you would win the prize of $10 directly into your bank account via Interact. All right, that was tough to get out. Before I get to the news and everything, I guess we will see who's here, and then we'll go from there. Gislain, welcome in. He says Kings 7-3 and no first goal. By the way, I'll give you mine in a little bit. I'll give you my guess. Mine doesn't count. I'll give it to you anyway. And then I don't know what you're doing there. Is that Eminem? Yeah, not my favorite guy, but that was when I was younger. Habs Guru, how's it going, man? 4-2 Kings. Quinton Byfield with the first goal. Daryl Adams, 4-3 Habs, Suzuki first goal. Filibuster Wonderful, greetings all. He says it's a wonderful day indeed. My clairvoyance tells me we'll win 5-3. Galley scoring first and all 5 goals. Oh no, okay, and Caulfield getting a hattie this time. All right, changed it up on me. Daryl says, Rick, do you think in the next year or so Price might finally come out and retire, or will he wait till contract is up? Oh, he'll wait till the contract is up. He's unofficially retired now. I mean, he's even said he can't come back, so it's done for Price. If he retires, I mean, he's giving up over $30 million. Who's going to do that? In the end, I thought he might a little while ago, but I mean, he's not going to do that. And I guess rightly so, right? James Reyes, how's it going? I enjoyed watching the blooper reel. Awesome. I appreciate that. I don't make a lot of bloopers anymore, so that's why there hasn't been any new ones. But maybe I'll start doing some on purpose, but then they're not bloopers. Oh, my blooper reminded you of Eminem? I'm sorry. Didn't know that. I never liked him, but I'm not into rap, but I mean, as a person, but I've changed my mind on him. He seems like he's okay. I didn't like him back when he first came out. When parents didn't like him, I guess I was one of those. Phil says, wait, is all 5 goals for Galley still on the table? Well, it's up to you. Randy Mack. How's it going, Randy Mack? 4-3 Habs. Dvorak scores first. Phil, yeah, I know people like the bloopers. I like them too, and I like to put them out, but I don't make any, rarely. And where I do a lot of voiceover stuff, so I'm reading. I don't make a lot of bloopers there either, so it's I don't know. I've gotten too good for bloopers. I guess I don't know what to say. But when I do, if I do, I will save them and I will make another one because I'd like to. Hey, Aki, how's it going? 4-3 Habs, Monahan, first goal. Some parents just don't understand Will Smith. Okay, I don't know all that stuff. So there's a few people here that are going to be in this draw. So just so that everybody knows, in the post-game show, so after the game, post-game show, giving away this T-shirt. That's going to be the giveaway, not the mug, because I want somebody to have one of these T-shirts. So it's just like this one that I'm wearing. With the white in it, and there's one with the black, but I'm giving away the one with the white inside because I got 2 of those and only one of the black ones to give away. So I'm going to do that. So hopefully, if you have given money in the last 6 months to this channel, if you were a member for the last 6 months of this channel, you will be in the draw, and we'll be doing that in the post-game show. So good luck to everybody. And what is he? Here's all the names in there. So that's waiting for the draw. All right, let's get into some news. Start off with not great news, but it's not something to worry about too much. Arbor Jackeye was placed on the IR retroactively to Wednesday, November 16th. It's nothing to worry about. I got worried, but I learned more. It's just the need to create a roster spot for Yoel Armia because they were down a forward when Raphael Harvey-Pinard went on the IR. They called up a defenseman who was Jaden Struble, which was a good call-up. But so they needed an extra forward. That's what they felt, and they called up Armia. So I wouldn't worry. I think it's like 10 days or something like that is the minimum on the IR. It's retroactive. It's like another week. I don't think that's that bad. That's probably what he was going to be out anyway. So as I said, Habs recall Yoel Armia. Big news. Habs recall Yoel Armia. All right. Let me read this first so I get it right. Don't all of you Slav needs to go to Laval people feel a bit foolish right now? Don't you feel a little bit foolish right now? That's all. Just that. All right, some weird shit going on with a former Hab, and that is Corey Perry. So the Hawks GM, Kyle Davidson, released a little statement. I don't know if it was at a press conference, whatever. He says it was the team's decision, not management's decision, but the team's decision to keep Corey Perry away from the team. The team wants him away. Corey Perry does not want to be away from the team. Why? Mystery. I don't know. So he's out, according to Davidson, for the foreseeable future. What happened? Have no idea. What's going on? Have no idea. All I can say is Chicago Blackhawks are a pretty scummy organization. I'm not going to trust them till I know what's going on, right? About if anything about Corey Perry. So I'm not going to go, oh, what did he do? What did he do? It's a shitty organization. I just don't know why would the team want him away. Don't know. That's all I have. I haven't found out anything else. All right. It's the American Thanksgiving weekend and the 21st game today. So that means obviously yesterday's game was the 20th game. After the first 20 games, Montreal is 1 point out of a playoff spot. Why is that significant? This is the first indication that they could make a playoff run this season. In general, if you're in a playoff position on American Thanksgiving, more often than not, you are going to be in the playoffs. That's what happens, I guess. So they might make a playoff run. Anyone still calling for them to tank? Don't do it here. You're going to get tossed for 5 minutes to look at the wall because this is what I wrote, actually. Anyone still calling for them to tank does not live in reality, but in an alternate universe, because tanking time came and went. There's a winning culture in town. And if they're in this position today, you got to figure these young guys, man, they got to be hungry. Let's try to make the playoffs. That's what their mindset is. That's what you as a fan want them to have, and stop talking about tanking because people still are. And I don't get it. Okay, I got a couple more items, and then we'll get to you guys and then the preview. We can now say with some confidence that the Montreal Canadiens GM, Kent Hughes, was 100% right about not waiving Caden Primo to send him to Laval. He probably wouldn't have cleared then and certainly won't clear now. Preems has finally arrived, I think. Jake Allen is the goalie they will move, my opinion. Monty Primo tandem for 2-3 years, and then Jacob Fowler arrives. But I think Monty and Primo for 2-3, maybe 4 years as a tandem. I'm good with that. So I think Jake Allen should be able to see the writing on the wall, and it's probably him that they're going to trade. It should be him that they're going to trade. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think Preems has finally arrived. That was a good game from him. Habs played a shitty game for the first 2 periods. A shitty game. Why were they still in it? Caden Primo. He's been doing that, even though going into this game, his numbers didn't look great. That based on the last game that they had played. But I don't think it was on him. And he seems like he is now an NHL goalie. And he's going to get better. He's not where he needs to be completely, obviously, but he's finally arrived, I think. I wish it was like arrived in that big wow way, but it's not the case. But I think he's finally he's an NHL goalie now. The only way Montreal trades Montembeault to Edmonton is maybe if they the 2024 first round pick that apparently is offered is unprotected. Why? If it's not unprotected, maybe it's a 2025. I'm not sure what year the pick is going to be offered. You're probably going to get a middling round pick. Why? Because if it's low and it's in the bottom 10, they're going to keep it. You get the next year when they'll probably be better, and you're not going to get the same pick, right? The only way for Montreal to really guarantee them to get a star type of player is to have a top 10 pick. It doesn't, Monty's worth more than a 20, 25, 28th pick. Monty's worth more than that. So that's what I think. Yes, I did. If anybody read Call of the Wild by Brian Wild, that's in his article. I agree with it 100%. Makes a lot of sense. And I've kind of been saying the same way. My guess to score for the guess to score contest today is they're tough. They're in tough in LA. LA is playing really well. Although you'll see in the preview, at home, their record's not great. So maybe that gives Montreal a chance here. They're both on back-to-back games, so shouldn't be an issue. I'm still going 5-2 LA, and I'm going to give the first goal to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Why? A lot of people are probably going to do Danault, but Pierre-Luc Dubois, because whatever, he was associated with coming to here. He was coming to here, you know? So, yeah, I'm doing that. And that concludes my news portion of this show. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the way it is for November, what are we? November 25th, 2023. Oh, yeah, don't hit the end stream button. That would not be a good thing to do. Okay, let's see what you guys is saying. Where did I leave off? Jeez. Down here. Monahan should be a painting. Should be like a dish. Some kind of a ham sandwich. A Monahan. It says ham sandwich. You just need one hand to eat. A Monahan. 6'2 Kings Kempy says Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo. Corey Perry has disappeared. Seriously? Not that he's disappeared. They sent him away from the team. So JFed says 4-1 Kempy and LA. No, I don't think it's a trade. Does that sound like though it's a trade? Oh, doesn't sound like that's a trade. The team has asked him to leave. The players on the team. It wasn't I took when he said the team, it was a team decision. That's the players' decision. Why? I don't know. Did he sleep with someone's wife? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's a stupid thing. That's just a joke. Nobody go out and repeat that. That Talking Habs said that. Please don't do that. Anyway, let's see. James Reyes, this design, hopefully it will be soon, actually. So yes, but not right at the moment. But this one should be the first one that we're going to have available. We are going to start working on this upcoming week. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get it all done, but yeah, it's going to start soon. Sam Gerard was taking help like Jordan did, and that's good. What? I have no idea. That's so random, Phil. I don't know what you mean by that. Why is Uri playing well? I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. Well, J-Vet, I just got to say, when you watch hockey, it's important that your eyes are open. All I can say. I don't know how you haven't seen it. You have such an expectation for this kid. He'll never live up to that if you don't see this, that he's playing well. He's had 2 third stars in, I think, his last 4 games. He had a multi-point game. He got a point last night. He made a beautiful, like an an amazing no-look pass that didn't amount to, because Caulfield wasn't expecting it, but it was a beautiful pass. And Caulfield should have been expecting something like that. No, Uri's coming along just fine. I didn't say he's playing like an all-star, because I didn't say that. Nope. But he's playing fine. He's developing, and he's coming along, well. And he's got some pretty good, analytics are good, and the eye test is good too. So I say you gotta either maybe get new glasses, maybe get glasses. Now, seriously though, like, I don't see how you don't see it. Guru, Corey Perry might need privacy for something. Well, he doesn't want to be away from the team. I don't think then that's the case, because the guy said it's the team decision. Corey does not want to be away, but it's the team decision. That's not a player looking for privacy. Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, the team might be doing him a favor. You know what? Maybe. Okay, I see what you're saying there, Guru, but I don't know. I didn't get that from it, but no, you could be right. It's very mysterious, like, Phil, again, it's not the organization that sent him away. It was the team, the players, his teammates. Phil, Monty's not getting a 6-year deal. No, you got to look at, it's between 2 and 4 years. I got to think it's 2 or 3. And the money might be right. But I'm thinking a little bit less, but like 3 times 3, I could see that being the deal, but I don't think 6. I don't. I think with Primo emerging, starting to, Fowler on the way, I don't know that they see Monty as being a 6-year player here, honestly. But you could be right, but I don't see that. But you know what? Tying him up for 6 years at 3.3, in 3 years you need to move him. You know what? 3.3 hardly seems much for a goalie, right? And if Monty is improving and stays that way, so you may be right. Lock him up and then use him as a trade chip later. Just not, but we're in the middle of a rebuild. And if we're in the middle of the pack right now, in the middle of a rebuild, it's not that bad coming from the bottom. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends up. Pittman's Pit. So you are into smoking, and not the way I do, but you like to do, like my dad. My dad used to love smoking. He had a pretty big smoker, and I'm assuming that from your name. Feeling good about our chances today. Habs will beat LA. Should beat Columbus too. Is that our next game? I didn't look for what the next game is. I feel like the team will have a good December. I mean, I hope so. It's better to be optimistic, I guess, than not. Today with LA's playing really well. They're not playing well at home, though, and they've got a 3-6 record, I think, at home. That's where I see that there's an opening. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I hope you're right over what I chose, but, Phil has a very active imagination. Monahan, Mona Lisa. Redone with a ham approach. Maybe glazed. A glazed Mona Lisa. But there's a lot of pervs out there and go, glazed with what? I was picturing Miss Piggy as Mona Lisa. Mona Ham. But it's Monahan. You're just putting an emphasis on the O. Hey, Red. Conservative lawyer. 3-2 in overtime for Habs. New Hook first goal. Nice. They can't trade him because he's not worth the $4 million they're paying. You talk about Corey Perry. They would have to keep $3 million or more of a salary to get rid of Perry. Well, you can't keep more than half. That's the most you can retain. Hey, BL, 5-1 Kings. Jimmy Carson getting the first goal. Awesome. Just keep making me guess. Uri takes lazy penalties, turns the puck over, And really, he's 19. That's part of the development. But, when people go from he's not scoring, he's not getting enough points, and then when he's starting to get better and doing that, and then you want to go, well, it's the lazy penalties. So when he improves on that, you're going to go, yeah, I don't like the way his skates look. He ties them funny. Like, really? I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, a shootout attempt, and it was close. He almost got it. Hey, Doug, 3-2 LA. Didn't know with the first goal. I was going to say Dubois. I was like, that's why. Did say Deneau. I don't know what I'm doing here now. Deneau first goal. A lot of people don't realize there's more to hockey than just assists and goals. Yeah. Okay, but you're just going to be negative about Slav. Maybe you read too much stuff that you shouldn't be reading about him. And listen, you know what? He's developing. He's coming along. Points are coming along, and the play is coming along. I don't know what else you could ask for. Hey, Automatic. Hope everyone is doing well. Slav seems to be coming along. Tell that to JVET. Great attitude as well. Love the kid. Pittman. Thoughts on how the New Hook trade has played out for the Habs so far? All you have to look and see, he's got 6 goals, 6 assists. He's blazing speed. He's got moves, and he's going to get better. He's on pace for career numbers, and by not just a little bit more. He's, solidly, so it's worked out well. The 2 guys, draft picks that we gave up, probably between the 2 of them wouldn't have added up to New Hook. So, yeah, we've done well. It was a win for us, for sure. David. Hey, David. 5-2. Suzuki, first goal. Let's see. Phil says he loves watching me disagree with his Monty 6x3, then slowly talk your way into my camp. Injuries happening, mental health, all the rest, and he's got a gold medal. That's gold. I bet it's heavy. The only reason is because the money. If you had come in and said 6x5, no way, right? But 6x3, if he's on in 6 years, that 3-3 is going to look really good. So maybe they do that. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying maybe you're right. I gave you a maybe. So get the ego in check there, Phil. In the queue last night, Eagles knocked off the number 1 team in the CHL, Mooseheads, 3-0 over the Eagles. Playing the number 2 team today, Baie-Comeau. First time seeing the latest Q sniper, Justin Poirier. Is it Poirier or Poirier? Because it's like a Boston kid there, Poitras, who I would say it like that. It's actually Poitras. That's okay. I don't know where he's from. Playing for the Drakkar, the Baie-Comeau men's Cologne. It's a wrestling reference, actually. Roddy Piper. What is? Let me go back. What's the ref? I don't get it. What's the wrestling reference? I don't watch wrestling, so. 4-2 Habs says Automatic. Anderson first goal. He needs it. All 4 goals, actually. Yeah. You figure once he gets the first one, he's just going to pour him out. What do I think about what happened with Fleury? Well, I said something last night about it. Is disgusting by the league. Who did I see write this? Somebody smart asked the league, "What do they? Who is the everyone in hockey is for everyone?" They'd like to know because we can't figure it out. It's racism. It's racism. It's indigenous people. They don't want to support that. Really? I don't know. Disgusting as usual by the NHL. Yeah, he's going to pay the fine if he gets fined. You know what? Bravo to him for telling Batman, "Fuck you, I'm wearing it anyway." Good for him. Shazan said it's not two first. I know we didn't give two first rounds. We gave late picks, right? Those won't add up to more than what he's. No, there's no way. So, take the two of them and, good luck. They may get lucky, but in those spots, you might get an NHLer, but you're not getting like a potential star like Newhook. Unless you're really lucky. It does happen, but it doesn't happen often. I know how to say Poirier in French here, Phil. That's not what I was saying. I was making. Oh, you didn't get my reference? Yeah, no, I get it. You're not teaching me French here. It's just this kid in Boston, Matthew Poitras, but he's not. He's not from Quebec, and it's Poitras. That's how they pronounce it. That's how he pronounces it. That's all I was saying. That's all. But I know what Poirier is, and I know how to say a pear in French. Thank you for correcting me. I should do like I don't know if anybody watches the is it the Late Show? Seth Meyers, and he does this spot where he does corrections for the week. I got to do that. Corrections. All right, are we all ready for the preview? I hope you are, because it's coming up. It's coming up in a minute. Let's go. All right. The 9-9-2 Montreal Canadiens, and that is 500 in today's NHL, against the 12-3-3 LA Kings in LA. How to watch this game: 4 p.m. Eastern start time, 1 p.m. Pacific. In the Canadiens region, TSN2 in English, RDS in French. Oh, they gave the look at that in the Sharks region. I'm going to assume that's in LA region, not Sharks, because they played the Sharks yesterday. Bally Sports West, streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, TSN Plus, and Sportsnet Plus. Last 10 and the season series. In the last 10 games, LA is 8-1-1. They won their last 4, due for a loss. Montreal 4-6-0 on a 2-game streak and due for another win. So says me. Season series playing tonight and then playing in 2 weeks, I guess it is about December 7th, back in Montreal. Home and away, Montreal's away, 4-5-0 on the road, and LA at home, 3-6-0. So not the greatest record at home. Doesn't mean they won't win, but 3-6-0 at home gives Montreal a shot. Refs tonight: Corey Sivret, who I think is an ex-player, and Francois Saint Laurent. Francois Saint Laurent from Greenfield Park. Does he hate Montreal? He might. His record isn't that bad. It's not, it's about 500 over the last 2 years for Montreal. Sivret, it's not what he's refed against Montreal. It's against LA, or with LA. LA in games he's refed is 6-0-2 last year and 4-2 the year before. Seems like they do well with Sivret. It also could just be that LA was a good team last year and they won more games than Montreal. We'll have to see. The way that the refs have been going, though, yeah, it's probably going to be a shitty game, refs-wise, for Montreal. All right, this is the tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, possession numbers, 46.2% for Montreal, 25th, 58.1% for the Kings. That second. When Montreal had those kind of numbers, Phil Deneau was on our team. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Goals per game, 2.85 for Montreal, 25th, and an even 4 for the Kings, second in the league. Goals against, 3.45 for Montreal, 25th, and 2.5 goals against per game for the Kings, 4th. Power play percentage, 18.7% for Montreal, still dropping, 21st, and 21.4% for the Kings, 14th. So not the best power play, but not the worst. PK percentage, it's not a bad power play. PK percentage, 72.8% for Montreal, 30th. Yuck, 88.9% for the Kings, second in the league. Head-to-head last year, they beat us both times. 0-2-0 for us, 2-0-0 for them. So you can see what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be listen, Montreal could win here, obviously, but it isn't going to be an easy win. If it's a win, they're in tough today. That's what I got to say. So glad they got the 2 wins in California already, because I predicted they would do that. And in our podcast, Puck Around Podcast, which check it out. Check the 2 podcasts. Links are in the description, by the way. Please check them out. Although the Hab Normals one, I don't have the latest one because Matt controls that. Yeah, I don't know why I don't have the latest one. What was I saying? I was saying something. I know I was saying something about the podcast. Yes, I had to. I forgot. So forget that. Don't sidetrack when you get old. Face-off percentage, 52.4% for Montreal at the dot, 9th in the league, and an even 50% for the Kings, 18th in the league. So Montreal is better than Phil Deneau. Well, I don't know what his numbers are. Shots on goal and shots allowed. So shots allowed per game for Montreal, 34.7, and for the Kings, 28.2, and shots on goal for them, Montreal, 29.1, 32.2 for the Kings. Players to watch over the last 5 games. In points, both with 5, Alex Newhook and Adrian Kempe. Goals, Newhook with 3, Kevin Fiala with 4. Assists, Nick Suzuki has 4, as does Phil Deneau. And plus minus, Slavkovsky with a +4, and Adrian Kempe with a +5. But I know Slav's no good. Team leaders, Sean Monahan for goals for Montreal with 6, Anze Kopitar with 10 for the Kings. Points, Nick Suzuki 17, Adrian Kempe with 20. Average time on ice, Matheson 24.54, and Drew Doughty 25.43. And wins, Montembeault with 4, and Cam Talbot with 10. Bit of a difference, just a little bit of a difference there. Atlantic standings from top to bottom, Bruins lead the way, Panthers, Lightning, Maple Leafs, Red Wings, Sabres, Canadians. They moved up 1, and Senators back behind them. Maybe they didn't move up 1, and the Senators were behind them anyway from the points difference. Oopsie. NHL standings, where the Montreal Canadiens are, they're 20th in the league right now. Sabres are tied with them. They're tied for 20th with 20 points. Just 1 point out of the playoff spot, because there are 4 teams tied for that spot. St. Louis, the Islanders, the Flyers, and the Kraken. And then just 1 point ahead of them is Capitals and the Hurricanes. So, if Montreal can manage a good run, who knows? But they've got a shot to make a run for the playoffs, just from where they are right now at this point in the season. Top 5 scoring, LA. Kempe leads the way, 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points, +12. Kopitar with 10 goals, 9 assists, 19 points, +11. Fiala, 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points, -5. Trevor Moore, 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points, +3. And Quinton Byfield, 4 goals, 12 assists, 16 points, +11. And nobody's surprised, Pierre-Luc Dubois, not in their top 5? Wow. Right? Habs top 5. Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, both with 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Caulfield +2, Suzuki -6. Matheson, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points, -9. Monahan, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points, -6. And Alex Newhook, 6 and 6 for 12 points and a -5. Goalies tonight. Yeah, I do know both goalies. Jake Allen is in nets tonight for Montreal. 3-4-1, 3.54 goals against, 907 save percentage, no shutouts, and he will face. Is it Philip Copley? Anyways, Copley's in nets. 2-0-2, 3.75 goals against, 8.45 save percentage, no shutouts, and sounds like along with that 3-6 record at home for the Kings, that Copley seems like a goalie that either Montreal will make this guy look great tonight, or we got a really good chance to maybe win this game, take it to overtime, something like that. LA Lines, Anze Kopitar, centering Byfield and Kempe. Fiala in between, Deneau in between Fiala and Moore. Pierre-Luc Dubois in between Laferriere and Kaliev. And Trevor Lewis centering Grundstrom and Anderson Dolan. Anderson and Doughty, first pair. Gavrikov, Matt Roy, second pair. England, however you want to pronounce that, and Spence, third pair. Copley starting, Talbot on the sidelines behind. What do you mean on the sidelines? Backing him up, asshole. Jesus. What's wrong with me sometimes? See if I can I should cut that out, but you're not seeing me. I can cut that out for a blooper. Maybe I'll do that. Habs, I don't think there's any change except in nets. Suzuki, Newhook, Gallagher, Dvorak, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, Monahan, Pearson, Anderson, Evans, Pizzetta, Ulinen, Matheson, Barron, Gouli, Kovacevic, Struble, Lindstrom, Jake Allen starting, Monty backing him up. But they might not be accurate. Why? Because they played yesterday and afternoon games. Remember, it's 1 o'clock and 12:30 starts over there. No morning skate. So this might not be 100% accurate. We'll see what happens. And that's it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Do we have anybody still here? We do. Look at that. And where did I leave off? And we'll get back to you guys. I think I left off there. Yeah. My concentration just left me completely. It's like when we send two second round for Andrew Shaw. One of them became Alex DeBrincat. Okay, but in that pick, you can make an argument to say that the reason DeBrincat was available there was because he's small and he dropped like Caulfield did. So it doesn't really make your case for what I'm saying, in my opinion. So that's all. Poitras means naked or no clothes. That's interesting. I'll try to remember that. Steven, Caulfield first goal, 2-1 Montreal. That's going to be that'd be an interesting game, definitely. We got back a second, 3-and, and a 7th for Shaw. He did just fine. That was excellent asset management. Yeah, but it's not the point. Andrew Shaw also is what? Well, you weren't going to get much for him. The fact that they got what they got was like a miracle. And it turns out he's a bit of an a-hole too. So anyway, didn't realize there was a pregame show today. It's Saturday, Lucas. Man, come on. Is it Andrew Copley? Didn't it have a P there before his name? Andrew Copley, isn't that? No, wait, that's. I want to say Wham. Isn't that the Michael, whatever his name is, George Michael's partner in Wham? Am I right? And it's Phoenix. His last says it's Phoenix Copley. There you go. Yeah, you must like Wham. And then don't ask me why I know that, but you must like Wham. I don't like Wham. I hate Wham. But, you could wake me up before you go, right? Interspace the bloopers with long cuts of you staring into the monitors. I know you're reading and holding a... Yes. Oh, he admits he loves Wham. I don't use cue cards. I use these papers. that I write on. I don't use cue cards because there's nobody there like to hold them for me, and I don't have a teleprompter app on my. No, I don't. So I don't do that. Why? I would use a teleprompter. I would, but I don't. I write, and I don't. I'm not going to write out my scripts, then type them in, and waste time. So I'm not going to type. I don't type them into the computer. There you go. Because I'm a dinosaur. Hey, Entertap, been a while. Good to see you. Am I ready for a California sweep? I'm damn ready. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm ready for it. But why not, eh? Montreal has to be due for sweeping California. Right? They got to be due for that. So why not? Let them sweep. I'd be happy with that. Oh, Phil, why'd you have to put that? There's this girl I like, a singer, Ali Sherlock. She's on social media. And a lot of times when I do see her videos out there, she's busking in Ireland, in Dublin, I think. She almost always sings that song, and it gets stuck in my goddamn head. And that's where you just put that song in my goddamn head. And I thank you for that. Seriously, though, that song gets stuck in my head. I don't like it. I don't like Wham. Don't ask me why that song gets stuck in my head. So stop it. Wham had only those 3 hits. Are you sure? Careless Whisper was George Michael, though. I don't think it was Wham. You got to know your stuff, man. And no, I did not like George Michael solo either, but my ex-wife did. And we had, unfortunately, that album Faith cassette, I think, till I was able to throw it out when she wasn't looking. All right, so that leaves us roughly 18 minutes to talk about whatever whoever's in here wants to talk about. Go for it. I'm done. I shot my load, man. Is Allen confirmed for today? Confirmed? I don't think so. But he's going to start. Why? Because they it was 3 games in 4 nights. Monty, Primo, Allen. Last time they had 3 games in 4 nights, it was I don't know if it was the same order. I think it was Allen, Primo, Monty, but they get the 3 goalies in when they have the opportunity like that, is what I've seen. I could not tell you anything about that. I know that was either an album or a song of his. That's all I know. I listen to that music as rarely as possible. And then don't get me started on Boy George there and whatever that group was called again. I can't remember now. And don't tell me. I don't want to know. Randy Mack, I do think you might be right. Caulfield, he needed to get going again. Yeah. Because there was something, it wasn't normal. I say normal. He hasn't been around long enough to say it's not normal. He went 6 games without a goal. But, right, 6 games without a goal, that's not right. Yeah, that's Shoresy. You're talking about Shoresy now. In a perfect world, Habs will never lose a game again. Yeah, we're never going to lose again. No, we're never going to lose again. It's not a perfect world, that's for sure. Anderson, I think, just needs to get back to playing the game that he always played. And that physical, speedy kind of game. And I think then the goals will come. He's too focused on that next goal. Hey, Twigs. Is the day today? Who knows? Is today the day we see Andy score? I hope so. What we need is another game against Toronto. He usually scores against Toronto, but we don't see Toronto till March. So I hope he doesn't wait till then to get his first goal, because I dare say he may not be in the lineup by March if that's the case. All right. I don't know what I can add here that I haven't already added. So it's like I said, I'm going to require you guys in the chat. It's the requirement that, when you click on this show, you are required by law to participate in the chat. Did you not know that? I don't think anybody knew that. I should probably tell you, though, I lie as often as Pierre Polyev does. Thank God I don't. I think living through the Gomez years had made me very patient. I think Andy will be fine. Yeah. It's a little like that, right? It's a little like Scott Gomez. I'm not sure. Was he getting assists at the time? I know he wasn't scoring. I think he had like 2 goals that year. But I don't think he was getting like any kind of points. And then he just lost his confidence. Enter tap. Yeah, you got to figure. And he gets one. It'll open up the doors for him and he'll start, he'll put in a few before he gets quiet again. Bye-bye. Habs 4, Baron 2. While I have a chance, I'm going to remind everybody. Post-game show. I'm giving away this t-shirt. 2, the people that in the last 6 months are either members or have given donations to the channel. It's sad to say there aren't enough of you guys, but one of you guys is going to win this t-shirt. So it's the one I'm wearing. So good luck to whoever. By the way, if anybody wants to give money now in this show, the next, whatever, you'll go into the draw. So if that's the case and you want to get that t-shirt, hey, send me some money right now. You will get in the draw. And hey, we can make a deal. Send enough money, I'll make sure you win, man. Wouldn't that be great if that worked? All right, where we go from there? Yeah, I think I need my doobie back. Yeah, so what do we all got to say? Just me that wants to talk? I don't know. I'm the only one that has to actually verbalize it. It's easy for you guys. Well, listen, if you don't want to talk, give it a thumbs up if you're at least enjoying what you're seeing. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and that'll get you notified whenever there is a show or a video that comes out. I think I can't write poetry right now for some reason. I got 6 or 7 different things I've started, and I'm stuck. It's not coming out, but I feel like that'll end soon. I don't know. I just have this feeling. When it does, I'll put out I might do a poetry live stream. I'll read it all, or I'll just do a video where I read a bunch. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I got to write them first. I don't know what happened, man. It just dried up. I mean, I don't fight it anymore. I tried. I did a few. I got a little bit done, but I don't fight it. It'll come back. It always does. I'm not going to be worried about it. And for the people that don't like my poetry, you're going, phew, he can't write. Phew. I wouldn't call it writer's block, but I guess that's what it is, because I can write other things. I can write if I wanted to do like an op-ed kind of thing about a subject, I can do that. I can write my scripts. I can write these little pieces. I can do that. I just think poetry's not coming. Just little pieces of it, which is fine. I keep them. I go back to them. But it's just, that's why there's been no poetry. It dried up a little bit. But I've gone through this before, like in the time I'm doing it, a few times. So it's nothing to worry about. for me. It just, I'd like to write more, but I'm not. When I get writer's block, I put the pressure on myself, and then that makes it worse. I'm not doing that anymore. No pressure. It'll come back when it comes back. But I want to, like I want to write some poetry. It's weird. All right, enough about me. We got about 10 minutes here, and then be back for the game at 4. The game's at 4:00, so I'll be back for that, and then post-game show. If all goes well, we'll be at 6:30. If not, it'll be a little delayed, like last night. Last night the game started at about 5 to 4. It was scheduled for 3:30, started at 5 to 4. So that was really late. I hope they don't do that again today, because that was weird. They didn't explain anything. There was no ceremony. I don't know if Matt will be joining me. He was supposed to last night. He hasn't explained why he didn't. I don't really care if he explains it or not, really, but I don't know if he'll be in. I sent a message to him earlier asking him, and he didn't answer me back. So I don't know. And I don't think Pete will be back for today. He didn't ask me. So it'll just be me, which is it's not bad. I don't mind sometimes being alone. I get to do the play-by-play. We don't have to adjust times. I don't have to whatever. It's just me. I don't mind sometimes. Just like I was born in February, one of the coldest months of the year. At 60 that I am now. I don't like this. Well, first of all, it's late fall, right? We're still our bodies are used to the warmer weather still. So this, whatever we got today, feels really cold. In March, when we start to come back to this, it's going to feel balmy out there. Oh, man, it was like +2 today. Oh, yeah, I went out without a coat. No, that's what it's going to be like. So, but yeah, I'm not taking the cold as well as I did even last year. Every year gets a little bit harder. Was that what it was? I missed that then. I was talking, I guess. They had a ceremony to honor a new Hall of Famer. And then they admitted they were going on far too long. Yes, I see. I wasn't listening. I was just waiting for the game to start, and I was talking in the chat. So to you guys actually. So yeah, I didn't know that. Oh well, let's hope that's not today. Get the game on and over. No, but it's a Saturday night. Game's going to be done about 6:30. After post game, I'll be done a little after 7. It's a Saturday night with nothing to do. It's going to be weird. And I think there's 2 other Saturdays. There's at least one Saturday this season where there's no game. But I think there's 2. But there's definitely one, which is going to be weird. But I'll be doing the Saturday hockey talk at night that weekend. So we'll still have something. What else can I say then? What's coming up? Coming up, games next week. No, I guess the closest to this, what day are we? We're Saturday. So Monday we're filming. Well, no, we just filmed one. We're recording Pucking Around, episode 8 already. And then Wednesday, Matt and I are going to record Hab Normals. So hopefully you guys have checked that out. If not, links are in the description. It'll get you there. The latest Pucking Around is there, but the Hab Normals, there's an episode I don't have yet but it'll get you there, and then you can go from there. Yeah, and wouldn't it be good? We should all do that. Everybody should rake their leaves and send them to the Leafs. It'd be a little expensive though, postage. Hey, Emmerich. Kings 5, Montreal 2, Kopitar first goal. Are you? No, you're not. Are you a Kings fan? It's okay if you are, but I mean, are you a Kings fan? I don't remember. Hey, Matt Outdoor. So we got 5 minutes left. Hey, Bob's your uncle. How's it going? You late arrivers. We got like 5 minutes left, and I might. I mean, if the conversation's going, I might stay longer, but the way it's going now, I probably won't. I didn't think so, Emmerich. I was just curious. So whatever you want to talk about in the next now 4 minutes, or maybe more, depending. Just go ahead. Emmerich, but that's like glass half empty, or is it glass half full? A win is a win, even if it's an ugly one. They won. That's what matters. Caden Primo was good. So there's a big positive there in Caden Primo. But yeah, we did almost lose to the Sharks 100%. When you beat team in a shootout, you almost lost as well. Bob's Allen is starting today. As predicted by me. 3 goalies in camp. 3 goalies on the roster. They had 3 games in 4 nights. They got all 3 guys a game. At this point, let's almost hope that they're showcasing Jake Allen, because I think with Primo's performance last night, I kind of think that, Allen's going to be the one that's going to go. Bob's, yeah, I mean, that's right. We were down to, so it was a good comeback win in a game they should have won, you'd think easily. So it was a character game, and it was a good game for Primo. So in overall, I thought it was good. And you know what? It was a little bit on the boring side first 2 periods, if you're a Habs fan especially. But that third period was exciting. The overtime was exciting, and the shootout was exciting as well. So I had a good time overall, and that's what counts. Matt Outdoor says Habs 3-2 over the LA Kings. Tanner Pearson with the first goal. We might have luck if Allen plays good. I would agree with you that the goaltending is probably going to be key. One of the keys to winning this game, right? Allen's going to have to be really good, and you got to figure, that's going to be a key. I don't hold out a lot of hope, but I do hold out hope that they can win this game, as I always do. I always want my team to win, and I think they're really tough here against LA, except that LA doesn't have a good record at home, and possibility to be taken. We'll see. They do have a really good penalty kill. They score a lot of goals. So this could be, trouble. And their puck possession numbers are really good. So we'll have to see. Can Montreal fight against that? Can they overcome those hurdles? If they can, and they get the goaltending, we could win this game. Yeah. It's just a long way of me saying we have a chance today. I don't have them winning though, but I hope I'm wrong. I was almost wrong yesterday. I did have Montreal winning, but I thought they'd win 5-1. And then I said if it's a trap game, because it was almost a trap game, that San Jose would win 3-2, but Montreal won 3-2. So I had the score right, but for the wrong team. What do I think about Kane to Habs? I think that is a freaking horrible idea. I really do. I think it's a horrible idea. One reason is, I never really liked Patrick Kane. One reason. He's old. don't know that he can really help a lot here or not. Number 2 is the surgery, what he just came off of. That could take him a while to get his game back. Why should we have him here with, for that? And who knows what kind of money he's going to look for. I hope it's not much. I don't think he's going to get a ton of money right away. But no, I don't really want Kane here. Bob's got Kings, 4-1 over the Habs. Deneau first goal. You should check to make sure nobody has that one, though. See, Gisline agrees with me. I don't see a match there. No. Well, we're at that time. I'm back in 2 hours for the game and then the post-game show. So please remember, we're doing a draw for a T-shirt giveaway in the post-game. So please remember that, and hopefully you guys will be there for that. And so if you've given any money in the last 6 months as a member or any other way to this channel, your name will be in this draw. So good luck to everybody. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you did, give a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet. And that's it. Stay safe. Peace out. And that's it. Have a good afternoon. See you at 4. Ciao, everybody. I should always set up my cursor so I don't have to find it at the end. Yeah? Ciao, everybody.